to Karen Reid now, speaking out in an exclusive interview with Vanity Fair, sharing some new revelations about her relationship with her now dead police officer boyfriend, the same boyfriend that she was accused of murdering. Reid maintains her innocence. She says she didn't do it, but her dramatic legal saga has captivated people around the country. Her trial ended in a mistrial, but she's not off the hook yet. Lawyers for Reid are expected in court next week to argue that 2 of the 3 charges against her should be thrown out ahead of a new trial in January. Here's Rehema Ellis.
Karen Reid, the Massachusetts woman at the center of the high-profile trial in which she was accused of murdering her police officer boyfriend, now opening up about her experience in a major 2-part series in Vanity Fair, telling the magazine she feels violated by the very intrusive and public investigation that has thrown her private life out into the open. Crowds showed up outside court, both in support.
Distance, no problem for some of the more die-hard Karen Reid supporters.
And to see her downfall.
How does it feel to be known as a cop killer, Karen?
It ended in a mistrial after the jury deadlocked. She now faces a new trial next year.
If you wondered what corruption looks like, that's what corruption looks like.
Her defense saying during the trial that she was framed, pointing to alleged misconduct during the investigation, like derogatory text messages sent by officers. Multiple officers have faced discipline surrounding the case. Reid in Vanity Fair now responding to the parents of her late boyfriend, John O'Keefe, who have repeatedly said they think Reid is guilty, saying, quote, "If you think I killed John, that means you misjudged me for 2 years and entrusted 2 young family members in my care. Then, in the blink of an eye, you now think I'm a cold-blooded killer who took away your son." And of O'Keefe's 2 adopted children whom she co-parented while they were dating, saying, quote, "They've been exploited and brought into a trial they had no business being in." It all started on January 29th, 2022, the morning after Reid dropped off O'Keefe at the house of another Boston police officer for a party late at night. She claims she awoke that morning, panicked when John wasn't home, then drove to the last place she had seen him. There on the snowy front lawn was O'Keefe, battered and bloodied. After he was pronounced dead, Reid became the prime suspect. Prosecutors saying she rammed him with her car out of anger.
I hit him, I hit him, I hit him, I hit him. Those are the words of the defendant.
Charges she strongly denies. Reid opening up about their relationship in Vanity Fair, quote, "We argued, but was I abusive? Was I neglectful? Did I mistreat him emotionally or in any way? Or did we have our ups and downs?" Now, as the case heads back to court, questions swirling around whether the jurors actually found Reid innocent of 2 of the 3 charges instead of being deadlocked, something the defense is now arguing in a motion. Arguments in front of a judge next month over whether she needs to defend herself on those 2 charges all over again.
Rehema is joining us now. Rehema, can you pull the thread on that last point you made about the jury?
Yeah, this whole question of the jury, they went and said they were deadlocked, but following the case being determined as a mistrial, several of the jurors went to the defense and said, listen, we actually found her not guilty on 2 of the most serious charges. The defense is now arguing that to try her again on those charges, all 3 of them, indicates a question of double jeopardy. And Karen Reid is saying in this article that she is just beside herself because of that, because the jurors are saying they didn't know that they were supposed to go into the courtroom and tell the judge what they have now told the defense attorneys. As a result of it, this woman, Karen Reid, is saying that she feels that she has been disadvantaged, if you will, in all of this. And come next week, her defense counsel is going to argue in court that those 2 charges should not be included when she's tried again in January because it would indicate a case of double jeopardy. Hallie?
Rehema Ellis, thank you very much for your coverage on this.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.